You're listening to the International Moving Podcast, your guide to moving to another country, brought to you by SDC International Shipping, LA's finest. An international move is exciting. It's a time to start over, establish a new business maybe, reestablish family ties, or retire where your budget will do more for you. Please enjoy today's episode, and if you have any questions about your international move, give us a call at 888-779-3962. That's 888-779-3962.
Welcome back to the International Moving Podcast, where we bring you the best tips, trends, and expert advice on all things international moving. I'm John, and I'll be filling in for Jim today. In this episode, we're diving into an essential guide for anyone preparing for an international relocation. If you're planning to move abroad, the process can feel overwhelming. From navigating customs regulations to packing up your life, there's a lot to consider. But don't worry, this episode is here to break it all down into manageable steps. By the end, you'll have a clear timeline and actionable tips to make your move smooth and stress-free. Let's begin by talking about the planning stage, which should begin 6 to 12 months before moving. The first step in any successful international move is planning, and it's never too early to start. 6 to 12 months before your move, take time to research your destination. Understand the visa requirements, customs regulations, and costs of living. For example, if you're moving to France, you'll need a change of residence certificate to import household goods duty-free. The UK requires an application for transfer of residence, TOR relief, and Germany mandates proof that items were owned and used for at least 6 months before shipping. These details may seem small, but they're critical to avoiding unnecessary costs and delays. Budgeting is another essential task during this stage. An international move is a significant financial commitment, and getting accurate quotes is key. Companies like SDC International Shipping provide transparent pricing based on your shipment size, destination, and additional services. Choosing the right moving company is equally important. You'll want a team that understands the complexities of international moves, offers door-to-door service, and has expertise in shipping household goods, vehicles, and specialty items. Starting early gives you enough time to compare services and lock in the right partner for your move. Next, let's talk about the organizing stage, which should begin 3 to 6 months before moving. As your move date gets closer, it's time to get organized. One of the most impactful steps you can take is downsizing. Relocating internationally is the perfect opportunity to decide what's truly important to bring along. Do you really need that old couch or every piece of clothing you own? By selling, donating, or discarding items, you'll reduce shipping costs and simplify your move. Once you've streamlined your belongings, focus on planning your shipment. Work closely with your chosen moving company to finalize logistics. If you're shipping valuables like artwork or antiques, custom crating can offer the protection needed during transit. Vehicles require special attention too, especially in countries with strict CO2 regulations. SDC recommends containerized shipping for cars, as it offers more safety and compliance compared to roll-on, roll-off methods. Don't forget to secure the right insurance at this stage. Total loss insurance covers your entire shipment in case of a catastrophe, while all-risk cargo insurance provides broader coverage for damage or loss along the way. Let's talk about the action stage of your plan, which will occur 1 to 3 months before you move. With only 1 to 3 months left before your move, the countdown is truly on. This stage is all about action, taking the steps that will ensure your move is seamless and stress-free. Let's start with one of the most important tasks, creating a detailed inventory. Your inventory list is more than just a packing checklist. It's your roadmap for customs and insurance. Each item you plan to ship should be documented with a description, estimated value, and even a photo for high-value goods. This helps customs agents understand what you're bringing into the country and ensures your belongings are properly insured. At SDC, we provide clients with templates and guidance for creating an inventory that meets international standards, making the process as smooth as possible. Once your inventory is complete, it's time to organize your personal and family logistics. If you're moving with children, you'll need to secure their school records and any required documents for enrollment in a new school. Many countries also have vaccination requirements, so scheduling a final visit with your pediatrician is a must. Similarly, pets need their own set of preparations. Depending on your destination, this could include updated vaccinations, microchipping, or quarantine arrangements. Pet relocation services can assist with the paperwork and transport logistics, ensuring your furry friend travels safely. Packing is another major component of this stage. For those taking a DIY approach, remember to invest in sturdy, high-quality boxes and packing materials. Avoid reusing old boxes or untreated wood, as they may not meet international shipping standards. Fragile items, electronics, and heirlooms require extra care. Bubble wrap, padded boxes, and professional crating can make all the difference. If this sounds overwhelming, let the professionals handle it. At SDC, we use specialized packing materials designed for international moves, so your belongings arrive in the same condition as when they left. Finally, don't forget about financial and practical preparations. Notify your bank of your move to avoid issues with overseas transactions. Set up forwarding for your mail and cancel subscriptions or services you won't need. This is also a good time to confirm travel arrangements for your family, including flights and temporary accommodations if your shipment arrives after you. Now, let's talk about your actual moving week. We can call this the execution stage. Moving week is finally here, and it's crunch time. This is when months of planning and preparation come together, so it's important to stay organized and focused. The first thing you should do during moving week is double-check your documents. Review everything: your passports, visas, customs forms, and that detailed inventory list you created earlier. If you've worked with SDC, your moving coordinator will already be reviewing these as well, but it's always a good idea to have your own copies ready and easily accessible. On moving day, preparation is key. Before the movers arrive, ensure that your home is ready for them to work efficiently. Clear pathways, make sure boxes are properly labeled, and secure fragile items. One pro tip: color code your boxes by room. This makes unloading at your new home much faster and less confusing. If you have items that you need immediately upon arrival, like toiletries, a change of clothes, or important documents, pack those in a separate bag or suitcase that you'll keep with you. As the movers load your belongings, communication is essential. At SDC, our teams are trained to handle every aspect of the process, from packing to loading and securing your items in containers. Still, don't hesitate to ask questions or voice any concerns. Your moving coordinator will also keep you informed about the shipment timeline, so you know exactly when to expect your belongings at your destination. It's natural to feel a little anxious during this stage, but remember to focus on the big picture. You're about to embark on an incredible adventure. Once the movers finish, take a moment to relax and enjoy the final moments in your current home. Reflect on the memories you've made and get excited for the new ones to come. Let me share a story about one of our clients, Sarah, who recently moved from Los Angeles to Lisbon, Portugal, to start her new life as a remote worker. Sarah had spent months preparing for her move, downsizing her belongings, creating a detailed inventory, and working with our team to ensure her car and household goods would arrive safely. But as moving week approached, she started feeling the pressure. On moving day, Sarah was a bundle of nerves, worried about whether everything was packed correctly and if her documentation was in order. Luckily, our team was there to guide her through each step. The movers arrived early, carefully loading her belongings into a container that would eventually cross the Atlantic. As they worked, Sarah had a moment of realization. This was really happening. Her new life in Portugal was no longer just a plan. It was about to become her reality. Fast forward a few weeks, and Sarah had arrived in Lisbon. She was settling into her temporary rental when she got the update. Her shipment had cleared customs and was en route to her new apartment. That's when she hit a little snag. While unpacking the essentials she'd brought in her suitcase, She realized she hadn't included enough cooking supplies to get through the week. So, there she was, trying to navigate a Portuguese grocery store, translating labels on her phone, and laughing at her own mistakes. When her shipment finally arrived, it was like Christmas morning. Our team unloaded her boxes, placed her furniture exactly where she wanted, and even helped her unpack some fragile items. Sarah said the best part was opening her box of family photos and decorations. It immediately made her new apartment feel like home. But the journey didn't stop there. Sarah spent the next few weeks exploring her neighborhood, finding a favorite cafe, and learning a few Portuguese phrases to connect with locals. While she admitted there were moments of homesickness, she also said embracing the quirks of her new life made it all worthwhile. Today, Sarah's thriving in Lisbon, and she still keeps in touch with us, sharing updates about her adventures abroad. Finally, let's talk about the post-move stage. After your arrival, congratulations are in order. You've made it to your new home. But the moving process isn't completely over just yet. Settling in after an international relocation comes with its own set of tasks and adjustments. The first hurdle is clearing customs. Your shipment will need to go through a customs check before it can be delivered. If you've partnered with SDC, this step will be handled for you, but it's still good to understand the process. Customs officials will review your documents and inventory list to ensure everything complies with local regulations. In some cases, they may inspect the shipment, but with accurate paperwork, this is usually straightforward. Once your belongings are cleared and delivered, focus on getting your new home set up. Start by unpacking the essentials, kitchenware, linens, and basic furniture. It's tempting to dive into every box at once, but tackling one room at a time will make the process feel more manageable. If you opted for SDC's unpacking service, this step will be even easier as our team ensures your items are placed exactly where they need to go. Adjusting to a new culture is another important part of settling in. Spend some time exploring your neighborhood and meeting your neighbors. Find local grocery stores, parks, and cafes to start building familiarity. If you're moving to a non-English speaking country, learning a few key phrases in the local language can go a long way in helping you connect with the community. Expat groups and online forums are also great resources for meeting people and getting advice on living in your new country. Don't forget to give yourself time to adjust emotionally. Moving abroad is a big change, and it's normal to feel a mix of excitement, anxiety, and even homesickness. Embrace the adventure, celebrate small victories, and take comfort in knowing that feeling at home in your new country is a gradual process. In today's episode, we covered every step of preparing for an international move, from the initial planning stages to settling into your new home. International relocation is an incredible opportunity to start fresh, embrace new cultures, and create lasting memories. But as we've discussed, preparation is the key to making the process smooth and enjoyable. Remember, SDC International Shipping is here to support you every step of the way. Whether you're shipping household goods, vehicles, or specialty items, we've got the expertise to handle it all. We'll guide you through customs, provide packing services, and even help with storage if needed. Your move is our mission. If you're considering a move, now is the time to take action. Visit us at sdcinternationalshipping.com or call 877-339-0267 for a free moving quote. We'd love to help you make your next big move an adventure to remember. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If so, please go ahead and share the link with a friend. Thanks again for listening. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thanks for listening. Whether you're relocating within the country or moving to the other side of the world, we're here to help from start to finish. Connect with us today at 888-779-3962. That's 888-779-3962.